Hello everyone, John and I are always appreciating you guys watching our videos. If you guys have never watched our videos, John and I work for Home Smarts. We've been doing real estate out here for a long time. We saw a lot of new homes. Today we're actually out with David Weekley right now, out in Preserve Ranch. Story Rock is not too far away. We also filmed Camelot and Sorrento Canyon. So there's a lot of gorgeous homes around here, a lot of beautiful scenery. But today David Weekley has two spec homes that they just wrapped up not too long ago. They're both for sale. This one's right around $4.5 million. Okay, they have 6 different floor plans. Build time is around 18 months. HOA is $425 per month, but you're sitting on lots that are well over an acre and a half. The one that John just showed you, that's the Lockwood. And then this one across the street is the Carefree. Is that correct, John?
Yep, Carefree.
Carefree. This one's going to be just shy of 4 million, like 3.9 and change. But you can see up right now up on the screen what it's, what it's listed for. So if you're interested in some luxury homes, whether it's in Scottsdale, of course, in Cave Creek, or all the way down to Gilbert or Queen Creek, or maybe even the West Valley, just reach out to us. John and I were always out and about. We don't like to sit behind the desk. We like to get out and actually tour these model homes for you. We start from the front door and go all the way to the back door so you guys know how the house feels and looks through the video. If you have any questions about who we are as agents out here in Arizona, please check out our Google business page to read our reviews from our past clients. If you guys are watching, thank you again for leaving those beautiful reviews. We appreciate you guys. We hope everyone's doing well. We're filming this right around Easter, so that's why I'm wearing the Easter shirt. So happy Easter, and hope everyone's doing well and healthy and great. So we're gonna get into this video. If you have any questions, please reach out to us, shoot us a text message, a phone call, an email. If you want us to do a virtual tour of another home in a different area, we do that as well for out-of-state clients. If you're building your home from ground up, we're actually out doing photos. We're doing the pre-drywall inspection. We pay for your third-party home inspection. So we do a lot of things for our clients. I think that we go maybe a step above other agents. Remember, very important, hiring the right agent. A lot of agents last year sold 0 homes, a little over 70%, which is kind of scary, but that's the real estate business. So please be very wary of who you hire as an agent. We hope that's us. Another thing too, keep in mind, distances from here to get to like Sky Harbor, you're looking at about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on traffic and accidents, of course. We have plenty of those here in Arizona because a lot of people think it's NASCAR out here. So that being said, schools, you're looking at a B+ is going to be Cave Creek Unified School District. Costco, which is very important to everyone, is about 20-25 minutes away. Your grocery stores are about 15 minutes away. There's a Trader Joe's and a Safeway right around 15 minutes away. So also golfing. Golfing is a huge thing out here. So this might be your second home or maybe just a vacation home. If you're into golf, there's a lot of great golf courses within the area. If you like to go hiking and mountain biking and just be an outdoors person, this is definitely the place to be. Shopping in terms of the Scottsdale Mall or a fashion mall or whatever they want to call it, probably about 40 minutes away as well, maybe 35. So let's get into this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and we hope that you guys like this video. So now we're gonna be checking out the very first model home here, semi-model home because it's not fully furnished, but these are the spec homes that David Weekley has built out here at Preserve Ranch. Beautiful homes. They have 2 spec homes. They have one here and one right across the street that John's gonna be showing you after. Now you can have this house situated a couple different ways, right around 3,900 square feet up to about 4,200. This is going to be a 3-bedroom home, with a 3-car garage. The lot's right around 71,000 square feet. It's got a pool in the backyard. So for a lot of our clients right now that are contacting us about these sort of homes, at least the backyard here is done, to most people's taste, with the gorgeous backyard with the pool, outdoor kitchen, everything. So let's go ahead and get into this house. We truly do love David Weekley Homes, probably one of our favorite builders out here. But this obviously up in North Scottsdale is a tremendous home. I love the elevation, the look, the architecture. We met with the project manager out here, great guy. He explained a lot of things that David Weekley's coming up with in the future, and also their build quality with 2x6, exterior wall studs. They do a great job with their cathedral ceiling insulation, spray foam. These are very, very efficient homes. So for a lot of clients who are going to be purchasing a home like this, this is probably not your everyday home. This might be a second or third home for some of our clients that are calling us on this. But if you are going to be living here full time, just remember that the school district out here is rated a B+. This is going to be Cave Creek in terms of school district. So just keep that in mind. But as soon as you walk in, you got this beautiful, front patio, if you want to call it. I mean, this has got a great indoor outdoor living space. I mean, even right behind John, they have a little hookup for a TV, but as you can see that they have windows, doors throughout this whole home. This is a completely, I mean, this is out of the world, when it comes to the views and everything around you. The community, it's gated. We don't have the information just yet about the HOA. The salesperson is not here because they're over Story Rock where they have another model home, but that one's closing out. Remember, this is 17 homes in terms of what the floor plan here, or I should say the footprint of this community is going to be. So 17 lots, a smaller community. They have 2 spec homes. This is one of them. I mean, there's not even much that, there's not too much you can say about this thing, but it's just a gorgeous home. I love the cabinets, the stone, the tile work, everything ties in perfectly. We were even talking about this fridge a couple minutes ago. If you are a wine drinker, this is definitely your fridge, without a doubt. You got a beautiful fireplace right behind you. You have an outdoor fireplace. We'll show you the backyard in a second, but with all the finishes, you got Wolf appliances, Sub-Zero refrigerators. You have cathedral ceilings, 10-foot and 12-foot ceilings throughout most of the home. As you can see, sliders everywhere. Plenty of storage for all of your kitchen gadgets, of course. I even like the lighting. I know all the lighting that they put in here with the pendant lights. Everything they've done in this home is absolutely gorgeous. There's even a little secondary kitchen in the back if you wanted to make it that as well. But like I said, between the stonework, that comes up all along the walls over here, around the windows, all the attention to detail is perfect. And that's why, for us, David Weekley is probably one of our favorite builders out here when it comes to these types of homes. Now, before we get to the side where all the bedrooms are at, we're going to shoot right down this little hallway right here. You're going to run into your half bathroom, because remember, you can have this home situated a couple different ways. This one is situated with 3.5 bathrooms. So it's going to have a half bathroom on this side. And of course, a little closet for you. Plenty of storage in all these new homes, as always. And this one is ready for sale right now. This is $3.964 million. So the one across the street is going to be a little bit more than the one that John's showing you, or going to be showing you. That one's a little bit more, but this one's actually on a bigger lot. I love the smooth walls, the cornered edges. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of texture, but that's just me, maybe coming from the Midwest. Nice little coat rack here for the kiddos or whoever else is staying with you. Obviously, once again, more storage, your coat rack. And then this is your beautiful laundry room. Space over here on the left for another refrigerator, besides the one you're probably going to put in the garage. Nice little sink and plenty of space there for your washer and dryer. Since we're on this side, we're going to check out the 3-car garage right here, which not epoxied floors, but that's something we've actually been able to work out with David Weekley Homes. That's why it's important for you to hire a good real estate agent. We hope that's us. So obviously, when you work with the real estate agents, maybe someone like John and I, you tend to get a little bit better deals in terms of pricing and even some extra things. You'd be very surprised. John and I, we've been doing this for a while. We do it pretty well, we believe. So get yourself someone. The builders pay us, so you're always going to save some money in terms of hiring a real estate agent. Now, this would be your front door once you walk in over here. And the cool thing is that this is obviously your front door. There's a door right behind John that'll take you right out to the backyard. I kind of wish that the bathroom, the half bathroom, was somewhere more or less closer to the pool area where people are going to be at, but it's really not too far, because when you come outside or from outside, your half bathroom is just on the other side of that wall over there. So this is going to be the door to get out to your backyard. So it's kind of cool. They have a little patio sitting area over here. So any of you cigar smokers, your wives are probably going to put you over here so you can smoke your cigars and enjoy the little water fountain. Now, going down that hallway is where the 2 spare bedrooms are going to be. But before you get there, you're going to run into a little flex room. You can make it into a TV room, a game room, maybe study room, however you want to be. Or you can maybe put a pool table here. So however you want to, situate it, that's up to you. And then before we get down there, another little closet. Great windows, obviously, throughout this whole home. That's one thing that David Weekley does great, is all their windows that they put in these homes. And then your next left here is going to be your first spare bedroom. And each bedroom here is kind of like its own little ensuite because it has its own bathroom in the bedroom. Great tile work, great stone work, as always. The lighting, the mirrors, everything is dialed in just perfect. Now this is going to be your last spare bedroom. Nice little walk-in closet. I do love these floors that they put in throughout the whole house. Great size baseboards. And then of course it's going to have its own bathroom over here too with beautiful stone work. So coming down the hallway in this beautiful, beautiful home, you're gonna run right into your primary suite, AKA your master bedroom. I love this shower. The shower's got rain heads all over the joint. And it's got a beautiful tub that you can actually fit into. Beautiful stonework throughout the whole house. Nice porcelain wood look tiles at 12 by 24s on the floor. I love the color of the stone that they did around the shower. This is just another gorgeous home. One thing I am kind of surprised about a little bit, we've seen a couple other builders, I think it was even Camelot. They put a slider over here on this side, but not that you necessarily need it, but great windows. As you can tell throughout the whole home, you got rain head showers, as John would call this, what, a super soaker?
Super soaker.
Yep, there it is. And then obviously you have your office right off to the left of it. A little linen closet on this side. I love the stone that they put on here. Really, really, really pretty stone. And all the fixtures, everything, really, really nice job. As always, David Weekley. And coming right through here, you can go right into your closet, already decked out for you for all your organizational stuff that you need to put together. Could have maybe one with a little bit bigger of an island, but maybe it's an option to get a couple of these. Maybe put 4 of these in here would be a great idea, actually. Then moving down a bit further, this is the primary suite. Not huge, but what more do you really need, especially when you have your backyard in your home like this? You're not going to be spending a lot of time in here just to go night-night. Once again, great windows throughout the whole home. These don't open up. This one does over here, and of course you got a slider over here. Cathedral ceilings in here, and of course fire suppression systems throughout the whole house. You got speakers. Now I brought my sunglasses with on this side of the house just because we're going to go right out to the backyard. Remember, this is just a little over 71,000 square feet. The house, I think the pad is right around 29,000 square feet. So you got some extra space out there that is yours. So this is true desert living at its luxury level. You have a little putting green on this side. You have a gorgeous pool with a nice Baja shelf, seating all around, outdoor kitchen. You have an outdoor fireplace on this side. You have a nice little fridge out here. This is a perfect little covered patio. Put some stools on the other side just to hang out and look at this beautiful, beautiful home. And as you can tell, you have gorgeous mountain views throughout the whole home. They even set up a little garden over there, so if you want to grow your own vegetables or do something else different over there, you can. I'm not too much of a golfer, but you have your own putting green. But the reason they probably put this in here is because there's a lot of great public golf courses, and I know some private ones out here. So if you're into golf and that's your thing, you're gonna love this area. If you're someone who likes to go mountain biking, hiking, or just to be outdoors, another great place to live. So coming on this side, this is the outdoor fireplace I mentioned. A lot of great space to entertain, to have guests over. One thing I wish this may have had, instead of having that little garden over there, maybe put like a little 500 or 600 square foot casita. Would have been great on that side instead of the garden for your guests when they come over. Remember, no closets for the casita, because you put a closet in there, they're just gonna stay too long. So they can live out of their suitcases. And you have all your pool equipment and everything should be right around this corner. So it's a little bit wider on this side too. It's not so close. And remember, you're not going to have a lot of neighbors next to you, which is great. And all your pool equipment's going to be on this side. ACs on this side.
Lou just showed you guys the Carefree, which is just across the street. Now we're gonna check out the Lockwood. This house is just as nice as the one we just saw, maybe even a little step up.
Yeah,
and
I think
it is gonna
even
cost
nicer.
a little more. This is gonna range from $4,300 up to $46 and change. And I'll pop up the exact details of this floor plan and home. It's a little over 4.5 million. It sits on about 52,000 square feet for the lot. It's gonna be a 3-bedroom, 3 full bathrooms. You're gonna have 2 half bathrooms, and then a really cool game room that's good size that we'll see in a sec. And then you're gonna have a 3-car garage, but it's actually a little extra. Let's go right into
Yeah, I mean,
there.
they're calling it a 4-car, but unless it's one of those little smart cars or a golf cart.
I would say it's more a 3.5 than a 4, but either way, it's a great setup. You got the epoxy floors in here, nice pavers coming right into here. I love everything about this house. This house, like I said, it's the same quality. David Weekley knocks it out of the park as far as quality. 2x6 construction shell, which is definitely a step up compared to a lot of the builders. You're gonna have your tankless water heaters in here.
They even have a soft water.
Yep, they got a soft water loop. You got your door going out to the side. Really well done. We're not gonna go through here just because we want to show you guys how you'd come into the home. Over here, they did a little kind of sitting area out front. Looks nice with the desert scape. Love the big saguaro cactuses they planted. It's really, really sharp. Now with this house compared to the last house, I would say this one has richer tones to it. A little bit more upscale feel just because of the darker finishes. Now coming in here, you're gonna have a nice courtyard, beautiful stonework as you come in. I like the different contours of the ceilings throughout, whether that's in here or inside with the cathedral ceilings. Awesome little water feature here. Now that door there, that's gonna go into kind of like almost a next gen type setup because it's got its own access. It's got even kind of a little suite setup, but we'll see that in a sec. Now as we come in here, like the last house, you have some really great sliders throughout. So when you do have them open, the breeze coming in here is just, it's really awesome. Now coming into the main space of the home right away, like I mentioned, you're gonna have some darker finishes. Really, really great stone in here, whether that's the fireplace here. I'm more of a symmetrical person, so I like how the fireplace is kind of dead center between these 2 windows. One thing David Weekley always does a great job with is their windows. Definitely top notch, much better than a lot of the, I guess, so-called track builders, if you will.
Well, I see what you're talking about, how it's right in the center.
It definitely makes the homes always feel a little bit bigger. We were, as Lou said, we were talking to Brent, one of the project managers with David Weekley. Really nice guy, by the way, when we appreciate his time today if you do see this. But one thing about David Weekley is they hire really great people. They really care about what they do. They're passionate about it. That's a little bit hard to come by these days. So just another little, I guess, advantage with David Weekley is their people are great to work with. Thing too to point out, and the reason I bring this up with the salespeople is, of course, you'll have Lou and I with you to navigate through the whole process, but you're also going to have to work with the builders, of course, too, when you build a house like this. So it's definitely a big plus to have good people.
And don't forget about the third-party home inspection we get for you guys.
Yep, and then we're always going to do that third-party home inspection for you, whether it's on one of these type of homes or maybe a first-time home buyer, whatever the case is. Always important. You want to make sure to do your due diligence, make sure you protect your investment, because as we know, even first-time homes aren't cheap anymore. But then coming through the kitchen, over here you're going to have a nice butler's pantry. I love these cabinets because they're nice and light, but they're not white cabinets. They got a lot of nice wood grain to them. your refrigerator, which is a really cool setup. Then you're gonna have your wine fridge in between there. And then below here, you'd think is just a drawer, but it's actually part of the fridge. Great for vegetables and all that good stuff. And then you're gonna have your freezer on this side. A lot of great upper cabinets, no shortage of space, that's for sure. And then as Lou just shoots around the corner, you're gonna hit your pantry. I love the backsplash they did all the way up to the ceiling. You got your Wolf water, filtered water right there. All the little extras are definitely in this one, which is why it is a little bit more expensive than the Carefree across the street. Now there's gonna be 14 more homes to be built in here. One sold, you got these two quick move-ins, and then, like I said, you can always pick out a lot and build from there. So then on the back side of the kitchen, we're gonna hit our 3-car garage door. But before you get there, you're gonna have a nice half bathroom, another storage closet right here, then some great shelving, more cabinet space for you. Love the floating cabinet with the wood shelf below there. I'm pretty sure there's a light under that shelf too, it's just not on. So then coming back through the kitchen, real quick, let's go out here. This is kind of nice, a little nice side sitting area for you. They did another nice water feature. Now this is the game room I talked about at the front. It's got its own half bathroom within, its own access to that little sitting area we just saw, but this is great for, you know, a pool table, maybe another TV sitting area, whatever you want to make it into. Really good size. Once again, plenty of windows throughout. We actually don't even have the can lights in this room, and you don't even need them on. So then coming back through the family room kitchen, something to point out is just all the great light fixtures. Really cool. Different kind of throughout too, so you got a lot of great variation. Now coming over here, I actually didn't even mention this room. This is going to be another flex room office. Great built-in shelving, cabinets. I love the glass all around, so you feel like you're still part of the house. You don't feel like you're closed in at all. And then right across from that room, you actually have a door going right out to your backyard. Now this side is going to be where the spare bedrooms are. Now what's great about these two spare bedrooms is they both have their own full bathrooms, so they're almost kind of like an ensuite, which is great for whoever's staying in them. Now, like I said, with the variations throughout the tile work, whether in the showers, it all differs. I always mention that because in these bigger homes, personally, it's nice to have some variation, not just all the same. So this one is the next gen true ensuite. It's got its own access to the courtyard going outside. A little wet bar here. Not a full kitchen, but still a great setup. You could always have an air fryer in here if you wanted to kind of make it its own little kitchen area. And then you got a nice full bathroom, more cabinets over here, plenty of storage throughout. And then once again, the bedroom, starting to sound like a broken record, but you have windows on both sides of this bedroom, giving it a ton of light. These are going to be 12-foot ceilings in here, so it gives it a really good feel. So lastly, we got the primary. Once again, you got kind of your own little setup here too with your coffee station, your wine fridge there, plenty of storage once again. This bathroom is incredible. Love the stonework. Goes all the way up to the ceiling. I also love the fact that you got the cathedral ceiling within this bathroom. Whenever you got the tall ceilings, this makes everything feel that much bigger, of course. You got your floating vanity, nice light underneath it. There's really nothing they missed. I love David Weekley at this point, one of my favorite builders, Lou's as well. We've had a lot of clients that are really starting to see the quality difference between David Weekley and some of the other builders. So we're really kind of hanging our hat with David Weekley. Like I said, great people. Brent was awesome meeting him today. So we're building those relationships for you guys before you even get here. Here's going to be your master closet, primary closet. Once again, they have all the built-in shelving for all your organization with your clothes. And then coming into the master primary bedroom, what's cool is I do like how it kind of wraps and curves around. It's not that squared off edge on that corner. And then you got a lot of great windows once again, the uppers, and then the big picture windows. Nice setup, 12-foot ceilings, looking out those great mountain views in your pool. Coming out back, once again, this house sits on 52,000 square foot lot. Got a great patio sitting area under here. You can always put your ceiling fans and then your misters out here. Maybe even a sunshade that comes down, retracts down. But then coming out back, they already did it up great for you. You got your hot tub here that overflows into your pool. I love the rainfall feature. Just really relaxing feeling out here. And then obviously you still got a lot of space to do whatever you'd like to utilize it for. Great for dogs back here. Maybe you have kids. This probably isn't a real community that's gonna have a lot of kids within it. But just to mention that if you are someone that's gonna have kids, the school district is gonna be Cave Creek. That scores pretty well. I think it was a B+ or an A- even.
I think it's a B+.
B+, so it's a good school system around here. You are a little further out, so keep that in mind. You know, to get to like Scottsdale Fashion Square, that's, 40 minutes from here, give or take, to the airport, probably roughly around the same. But a lot of people this is their second home, maybe they're retirees, so it's something you probably don't even really care too much about. You have awesome mountain views. You got your little pickleball court here, which is all the rage, as we all know. One thing I don't think we mentioned is you are on septic tanks out here. That's not a huge deal, but I just want to point that out in case you do see the caps over here. And then you're backed up to awesome desert living. So that's gonna be this house. Once again, that was the Lockwood floor plan. 14 more lots to pick from. So they're gonna go fairly quick because there's just not that many. So reach out to us. We'd love to come out here, show you guys around. There's actually quite a few builders right around here, whether that's Toll Brothers, David Weekley, Shea Homes. A lot of great stuff to check out. Check out our QR codes. One's our home search, one's our vendor list. Put your info in, that way we can connect with you. Set up a Zoom call if you'd like to do that. Otherwise, just give us a call, shoot us a text, connect so that we can figure out what your goals are, what you're looking for, whether it's luxury, affordability, first-time home buyers, retirees, or somewhere in between. We have you guys covered. We also help sell people's homes around here locally. I know we do a lot of new builds and stuff kind of catered more towards out-of-state people, but we would love to meet you, figure out what your home can sell for, and get that going for you and market it for you. So that's this one. Thanks again for watching. Got a lot of stuff coming up. As always, stay tuned, like and subscribe. Hope everyone's doing well, and we'll see you guys on the next one.